Hello, all cinephile. Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, is here, and it is day 5 of, and the award goes to my series of shorts on who I believe will win, and in some cases, who I think should win the big prize come Oscar night on March 10th. So we are looking at the design elements right now, and today we are talking about costume design. And interestingly enough, we are looking at the same 5 films we looked at yesterday for production design. And the nominees are Jacqueline Durran for Barbie, Jacqueline West for Killers of the Flower Moon, Janty Yates and Dave Crossman for Napoleon, Ellen Mirojnick for Oppenheimer, and Holly Waddington, Poor Things. So, as we do, breaking down one at a time, Durran for Barbie builds on over 60 years of toy history to create the looks for all of the Barbies and all of the Kens. Almost no doll was left unused in this cornucopia of colors to create the fabulous looks of the characters that leaned into every occupation or hobby that the characters had. Next up is where we have West in Killers of the Flower Moon, who gives an authentic look to not only create the businessmen and the bootleggers of this slice of Prohibition-era Americana in Oklahoma, but also to the rich and vibrant colors of the Osage, incorporating the traditional designs on the wraps worn by the women and the various pieces that the men created a truly holistic image of this time in history. And speaking of history, then we have Yates and Crossman presenting the luxury of the French Renaissance and in the ways that they dressed the nobility, such as Napoleon's wife, Josephine, in her garb, and even Napoleon in his royalty garb, but also the practicality of all the war uniforms worn by Napoleon and his soldiers. The French colors of red, white, and blue are woven into the costumes in some quite interesting ways. Then we have Mirojnick, who takes us through history with costumes for the large ensemble, going from the 1920s halls of the University of Cambridge up through President Johnson's awards presentation in the 1960s and everything in between, as we follow Oppenheimer, his family, and his colleagues develop their Manhattan Project and go on their journey. And finally, we have Waddington, who in Poor Things plays up Victorian era costumes with a wide variety of garments, from the multi-hooped skirts worn by Bella and the other women to the suits and tails of the various men that she comes into contact with. Bright colors abound and pop, even in the film when it is being shot under the black and white scope. So again, lots of solid work here. However, today, I kind of feel that who I believe will win and who I think should win both fall on the same side, and that is for Jacqueline Durran for Barbie. The design elements of this film are just so incredibly strong, and while Poor Things may be nipping at its heels, I do believe that Jacqueline Durran should be coming up and collecting an award for the 3rd time come March 10th. So there you have it. That was Best Costume Design. See everyone tomorrow as we look at one final design concept. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.